gotta get in. You gotta get in. You gotta get through the hard skin. And inside is a bit interesting, but I taste good. So we're back for another episode of the Sew Flippin Extra Podcast. I have just one thing. I'm not gonna call it an ick or anything, because I am really getting used to the fact of let people do people things. Let people. Not everyone is like you. I have some things that are very icky, so it is what it is. But people who do not care about wearing shoes in the spa area at the gym, like the spa, the sauna, steam room, pool, even the showers, you guys are a special breed. You're a special breed of people. Like this morning, I was like, good morning to everyone, apart from you lot that don't wear shoes, because you're built different. You don't need any gratuities. You don't need any good lucks or congratulations or anything, because you are made of strong stuff. To walk around the spa area at the gym with not a care in the world and not a shoe on your foot, not a sandal, not a croc, not a Birkenstock, not a Havana, you guys are a special kind. Must say, it's mostly men that I see doing it. Tough as nails you lot are. And let's not get it twisted. There are probably times that we've all maybe forgotten our sandals when it's time, when we had planned to have a shower at the gym or go to the spa. Because I have. And I'm going to tell you this. I look hella uncomfortable. Like I walk around on tiptoes. But some of you lot, like, it's like you get your foot and you just put it into the ground. Spread your toes and everything. And it's like, you're not scared. You're not scared of anything. You fear nothing. So, special place for you guys. But anyway, we're back for another episode of the Sew Flippin Extra Podcast. And, I done something fun today. I asked my followers on Instagram to ask me some questions. So I've got a couple questions that I'm going to read out. It's going to be a get to know Danny type of episode today. You think you know, but you have no idea. And after this, you'll still have no idea, but you're going to think you know a bit more, and you will. So let's do our intro. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Sew Flippin Extra Podcast, a platform for me to express, explore and connect. And be so flippin' extra. Why, I hear you ask? Well, that's what brings me joy. So without further ado, let's get into the episode and let's get into some questions. Oh my god, what do we got? So, okay. I wanted to make sure that these questions were not too serious, because we don't take ourselves too seriously around here, darling. But, just a few. So there's a mixture of questions about upcycling, questions about me and my business, because some of you lot are nosy as fuck, and just some random ask questions. So first question that came through, actually. If you was a fruit, what would you be? And give your younger self one bit of advice. Okay, so if I was a fruit, what fruit would I be? I think I'd be a passion fruit. Because when I think of a passion fruit, the name is like, oh my God, so passionate. So it's like, wow. And then you really get into the passion fruit and you're like, there's layers to you. You're not so simple. It's not so passion. But it's still sweet. So yeah, that's me. I'm passionate. You gotta get in. You gotta get through the hard skin. And inside is a bit interesting, but I taste good. That's it. I'm going to be a passion fruit, baby. And a bit of advice I'd give my younger self is this, a bit of advice. Babes, I've got a whole lot of fucking advice for her. But one thing, and I said this last week on the episode, this is the advice that I would have given to my younger self. And this is why I said it to the young girl that I was talking to. Do not wait for anyone to tell you that you are it. Do not wait for anyone to tell you that you're good enough, strong enough, tall enough, short enough, pretty enough, ready enough to do the thing that you want to do. Create your platform, create yourself, know exactly what it is that you need, want, and have to do to get to where you want to do it, and go out and source the people, the things, the whatever it is you need to source to get you closer to that thing, because the proof is in the pudding. There's a lot of things that we're doing, but we don't have the, you know, the certificate or the, I don't know, the alphabets before our names to prove that we're able to do it. But there are also ways just to, you know, if you want to be a doctor, you can't just be out here being a doctor. But for me personally, like, to be a presenter, yeah, there's different levels of presenter. There's the TV presenters, but then there's also just presenting. And there's things out there that I've had on my manifestation, in my manifestations, and things that I've wanted to achieve. And I'm doing them already. So yeah, don't wait. But whatever it is that you want to do and you know what you want to do your research and figure out how to do it, and don't wait for someone to get you there. Was that good? I think that was good. How do you overcome periods of creative drought, if any? If any. Wow. I get creative drought quite often, and I would say creative drought more started coming after lockdown. So when we went into lockdown is when I really started doing the upcycling. So it was something that I was just doing before. It was a hobby. It was in betweens. Like, I would be like, oh, I'm going to upcycle this thing here. I'm going to do this here. But when we went into lockdown and I had so much time on my hand is when I really started doing the videos and the transitions and, you know, the content creating. And I loved it. It was fun. Every week there was like about 3 videos that I was putting out there. And so I was amazing, absolutely amazing. But then what happened is, as we came out of lockdown, I got clients and customers and people wanted me to make stuff for them. So what I found really fun in the upcycling and being really creative and just like, the world is my oyster and I can make something out of anything. And my brain was just in a creative mode of finding the unwearable wearables. Like, that was, I used to call it that, like, things that you can't wear, but how can we wear it? Like, I'm going to make it into an outfit. And, you know, the bags and the shoes and whatever else it was that I could find. I was just so into that. But obviously, when I started getting customers, it was, oh, you sew. Okay, can you hem up my jeans? Or I've got this jacket that doesn't fit me well. Can you take it in for me? Can you make my trousers shorter, fit better, all of that stuff, which took me really out of my comfort zone, because I'm not a trained tailor, but 2, out of my creativity, because it was just normal stuff that people wanted me to do. And it was a battle with like with my pocket and my heart, because there's no creativity for me in doing alterations. However, it pays the bill, and that's what people wanted, that more than they wanted some creative thing that I had made. I'd done pop-up shops and I made no sales, because the people that were coming to the pop-up shops were like, my nose leaking, every week, yeah, I leak. They would be like, oh yeah, we can't wear your stuff, or I could never wear this, it's too short, it's too revealing, it's too sexy. So yeah, but I continued making that stuff because, you know, I'm that annoying DJ that plays for themselves. Like, I make stuff that I want to wear because there are people that want to wear it. Because trust me, when I go out, I don't think I've ever been out in something that I've made and not got a couple of compliments. Like, I've never been out and not got a compliment on stuff that I make. And then when I say to people I make it, they're like, oh my God, that is amazing. Wow. So clearly people want what I make. And I just can't not make stuff that I enjoy making, because again, that's what gives me creative drought. I haven't even answered the question. So how do I overcome it? It's a hard one, because if you are working to make money, sometimes you have to do things that don't creatively fuel you and give you that dopamine hit. But it really is just about finding the time to do the things that are creative, do the things that really bring you joy. And yeah, taking a time out. So even if it's like if your business is 5 days a week, you're all doing alterations and it doesn't bring you joy, then you have to say, okay, one of those days I'm going to be doing content creating, making something, doing this. Like, you have to find the time for yourself. That is just what it is. And yeah, that's the only really way I can answer that, is just finding the time to do what it is that you love, that you really, really love. Not a question related to anyone's business, Jakes, but what's your type when it comes to a man? Okay, so I don't have a type. Lies I tell. I don't understand it. When people say they don't have a type, I'm like, you must have a type. But I do have a type. I have a type of person that I'm like, ooh, but that doesn't mean that I only date my type. So yeah, like I've very much stated not my type. But I just, yeah, there are some things that stop it. There are some types that make my heart flutter a little bit. So okay, cool. And by type, I feel like you mean looks wise over personality. And the reason why I don't really want to say what my personality traits types are, because people will take that and then they will be like, I'm going to become this person so that I can make you fall for me. I had a stint on dating apps and people be like, what's your type? What do you like in a man? And I was just like, I want you to be yourself. That's it. I just want you to be yourself. Because if you're a dickhead, you're a dickhead, innit? Let me be the judge of that. But if I'm like, oh, well, I like someone who likes walks in the park and likes pistachio ice cream. Next minute, we're going for a walk in the park, eating pistachio ice cream. And I'm like, oh my God, I love him. He likes the same things I love. But you don't love that. You just did it. So yeah, I'm going to go on looks wise. So, okay. I love dark skinned men. I absolutely love dark skinned men. They just remind me of like chocolate. Oh, my mouth's watering, like a Malteser chocolate. So that's kind of first and foremost. Oh, every light skin guy's like, hang on a second, I never knew that. Now you do. I like. Okay, so I do like bald men with beards, but I also do like dreads. Dreads are a little bit sexy if they're well kept. Caveat, I'm not doing your hair for you if you have dreads, not retwisting your hair. I just find it so boring. But I do have a soft spot for dreads. I do like tall guys. I do like to feel like I'm being swallowed. I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, I do. I think the reason why I really, really prefer taller guys is because I was always the tallest. And so like when I'd be around my friends, I was always the tallest, and it just made me feel like the guy. Like whenever we would be like, I don't know if all girls do this, but it'd be like, you'll be the guy, you'll be the girl. And I was always the guy because I was tall. I don't want to be the guy. I just don't want to be the guy. So yeah, I like tall guys. I also like, so build wise, I like an athletic build, but I do have a soft spot for chubbies. So yeah, when I was younger, I really used to like chubby guys. And again, I just think it was just having that person that was just bigger than me and kind of, I don't even know how to explain it, but just made me feel like I was secure. I just, bigger people that are bigger than me kind of make me feel like I'm protected. So yeah, and I think again that was my reason for just like liking like taller and chubby guys. By chubby, like not fat, but just like, you know, a bit of a chunky. Do you know what I'm saying? What else? What else features do I like? Your feet have got to be bigger than mine. Oh man, I've been out with a guy and his feet were maybe not smaller, but like the same size as mine. I just felt like a mampy. I felt big, fat and heavy. Like that is a song. All my ADHDers would have been singing that just then. But yeah, you can't have smaller feet than me. Sorry. Anything else? I can't think of anything else. So that's all for now. If I think of any more, I'll let you know. This is fun, isn't it, guys? Oh my God. You should ask me more questions more often. Okay, so Be honest, do you eat pineapple on pizzas or not? Okay. I don't understand what the big deal of people with pineapple on pizzas is. Like, I think pineapple on pizzas is perfectly fine. I don't eat ham on pizza. When I don't eat ham, I don't order ham pizza. But if there was a ham and pineapple pizza, I'd eat ham and pineapple pizza. And I do really like pineapple on pizza. I do like pineapple. Pineapple on pizza. Of course, yes. Stop being an idiot. It works. It's fine. What's your secret talent that no one knows about besides being fabulous? Well, besides being fabulous, what else is there to be good at? My hidden talent. Okay, I can roll my tongue. Okay. Can you see that? I learned that there was a song. Was it Uchi Wally Wally, Uchi Bang Bang? And it's like, do that little thing with your tongue. Or was it a Jay-Z song where she does the thing with her tongue? Anyway, so I saw that in a music video. And I was like, I wonder if I can do that. And I can. So I guess that's a hidden talent. I can do a headstand. I don't know if it'd be good to try it now. It's going to look really like... I can do a headstand. No, this is too hard. Okay, I will maybe insert a clip of me doing a headstand. I can do that. What else is a secret talent? Okay. I can make it clap. And that was an accident. I found that out accidentally because I was like jumping. And I clapped. And I was like, I never knew I could make it clap before that moment. So yeah, I can make it clap. That is a secret talent. If you know, you know. Okay. Okay, cool. Keep it moving because my secret talents be secret talenting. Right. If you were a superhero, what would your ridiculous but useful power be? Okay, so here's something that no one knows, not probably many people, is that I used to draw a lot when I was younger, and I would just draw characters. And I create this character, and she was a superhero. I don't remember what her name was, but Stiletto Woman. She was actually called Stiletto Woman. And she obviously would have these high heels, and they were stilettos. And one of the tricks that she could do was that she would just kind of like lift up her foot and aim it at, the bad person, because she was a good person. And then her boot was like a gun. So as she lifted up her foot, it would go pew, pew, pew. And like the bullets would come out of the stilettos. So she would go like, and pew, 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 kind of thing. And yeah, I don't know what her power was, but I feel like if I was a superhero, I would definitely be able to just like, is it time travel? I don't know if it's time. No, because I don't want to go to a different time. But like, if I say I want to be over there, like, or someone's coming to me, I can go and disappear and then be over there, and they're like, oh, where's she gone? And like have to come and find me. But yeah, so that's my superpowers. If you could only upcycle one item for the rest of your life, what would it be? This is not a secret to anyone, but it would be denim. And I just think denim is really useful and durable, and there's so much that you can do with it, and there's so many ways you can manipulate it. And there are so many different weights of denim, so like heavy, thick denim to light, thin denim, that it can create so many different things. And yeah, different colorways that make denim look so different. So like, if you have a pair of jeans, the inside of the denim compared to the outside of the denim is two different pairs of denim. So it looks so interesting. There's an outfit that I made maybe a month ago now. Well, yeah, it would have been over a month ago. And it was a pair of jeans that I turned into a skirt and a top. But the way I made it, it was one pair of jeans, but the skirt looks like it's got two different fabrics because the inside is such a contrast to the outside of the fabric, the outside of the jeans. So yeah, it was a two-toned piece that I was able to make from this one pair of jeans. Okay, this one's quite funny. Be honest, do you ever look at someone's outfit and think, that needs my help? Okay, so one thing I think everybody in this world does, no matter how great you are and how much of a good person you are, is that you judge. We all judge. there is just differences in the way we judge and what we say when we judge, and also when you judge and share. So like if I judge someone and I'm like, oh my God, look at that person. But in my head, I can judge, but not everything needs to be verbalized. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, I definitely look at people and be like, oh my God, look at her. She ought to be ashamed of herself coming out looking like that. Hey girl! That's from Friday. But yeah, genuinely, I will look at someone and be like, what the fuck are they wearing? But at the same time, I also will then, the second half of my mind goes, go you. Because who gives a shit? Wear what you want. No one cares. And it's the same thing. I know that happens to me. I know there are definitely things that I will wear or put on and people be like, she should not have worn that. Is she not embarrassed to wear that? That is too small. That is too short. That is too skimpy. She's a mum. But at the same time, again, we're all free to do what we want. We genuinely can do what we want. We don't have to care what people think. So as much as I think something might need my help, unless someone asks for my help or my advice, I'm not going to say nothing. Someone can sit down and have a conversation with me about something. And my first thing is, do you want my advice? Because if you don't want my advice, I'm not saying shit to you. Babes, you can do what you want. I don't care. I genuinely don't care. But if you want my advice, I'll give you my advice based on my perception, because that's all it is. Everything is perception. What we think of what someone's wearing or how they're wearing it or how shit they look or how good they look is based on our perception. We walk into another room, it's amazing. Walk into another room is shit. Get around that conversation, it's the best thing in the world. It's all perception. So I don't really care, but I have an opinion, but I don't really care. Yeah, how you have people online that are just, really quick to give their opinions on the way people look and the way they're dressed and everything. Guys, if I really cared, I would not show up on my podcast looking like and I don't think I look bad, if I'm being honest, but I would have made much more of an effort. I would be putting on a great outfit every week. Like, ideally in my head, when I was going to do a podcast, it was, what outfits am I going to wear every week? This is just my gym outfit. Like, obviously into my jacket because my studio is fucking cold. And then jumper, and then another jumper underneath and then my gym trousers, which you lot can't see it, but yeah, I put a little bit of makeup on because I was like, don't take the piss. Don't take the piss, because I gotta edit that shit. But yeah, like, do what you want. We all have an opinion, but everything is perception. Who or what inspires your extra personality the most? Who or what inspires your extra personality the most? Who or what inspires your extra personality the most? That's a hard one, That's a hard one. But I must say, big reason why I just continue being extra and, speaking about it loudly is that I want my kids to know that they can be and do whatever it is that they want, and they can be as loud as they want, and they can be as extra as they want. And there's a time and a place for everything, but at the end of the day, if just be your personality, whatever your personality is, lean into that, because a lot of the time kids, their authentic self is ripped from them quite early. Ripped sounds very harsh, but I'm gonna keep it in there. It's ripped from them very early because we're so dictated on how we can act and what we can do. And if you're a little girl and someone can see up your skirt, stop climbing that tree. Like, you can't even play. Let a kid be a kid. And then, stop being so loud. Why are you chewing with your mouth open? Why are you yapping so loud? All of these things that really just dictate and change our mechanismal structure of the person that we maybe possibly would have been. If your child sings and they're singing all the time, or they're always talking, they're always repeating words that they hear on TV and something, it's like, oh, shush. But that kid's could be destined to be the next Whitney Houston. They could be destined to be the next Denzel Washington. And, you know, they just learn words really quickly. But now as they get older, that confidence is literally torn away because they were dictated so much, like, stop singing, stop talking, stop jumping up and down, stop acting. Like, when Caden was younger and he was just, like, jumping all over the place. Like, Caden had a good few names. One of them was Bam Bam Tasmanian, because he was like, all over the house. And sometimes I'd be like, K. But most of and that was, like I said, there's a time and place. But most of the time, I just let the kid do his thing. As much as I could, I would just let him do his thing until he tired himself out. He had the most energy. And look at him now. He's jumping all over the place, playing basketball. And that could be what he was destined to do. Even when he was doing track, he was the fastest. He was always just the fastest. That was his destiny, was to be a fast runner. His destiny was to be a sportsman. That's what I believe. Only time will tell. But that's why I'm inspired. That's what inspires me. So I guess my younger self is what inspires me to be my most extra, so that it can then inspire other young people, especially my children, but hopefully other people. And I do know that my extra inspires not only young people, but also older people as well, that are really like, you inspire me to do X, Y, and Z and be X, Y, and Z. And I love that. I think it's amazing. So yeah, I'm proud of us, all of us. You. Do you name your creations, or am I the only one that gives personality to clothes? I have back in the day. When I used to make dolls, I used to name the dolls. That makes sense though. But with I don't really name them. I don't name them. I think my brain is just dip, that I don't have time to think. But what's your go-to karaoke song after a few drinks? After a few drinks, don't worry about that. My go-to karaoke song in any situation, whether it's pre-drinks, post-drinks, past drinks, is definitely a Whitney Houston song. There's a few. Okay. Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody is top of the list. But also Tiffany, I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. Oh my God, I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound. Oh my God, it's so 80s. Me and my sister used to do that dance all the time. We're on the record player because we have the record. My mum still has the record now. Oh my God, must get that out. Tiffany and Whitney Houston. I don't know which one's more. It might be Tiffany, you know, because I can really perform Tiffany. That's all the questions that I'm going to go through today. Yeah, that's it for this week's show. So, peace out. A-Town down. West side is the best side. Do I believe that? Not really. But what I do know is wherever I'm at, the vibe's always where Danny D is. Danny Dizzle for shizzle my nizzle. The vibe is always here. Every week the vibe is here. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We ain't going nowhere. We're staying consistent. Consistency is key. Consistency will keep you growing. Consistency will keep you going. Consistency will keep you loving what it is that you do. And if you find something that you can be consistent in, that is a sure sign that you are on the right track to your passions and the things that you love. And I must say, me coming every single week and speaking is the one thing I've been consistent about in over a year. There are no days off when it comes to my passion of speaking to you guys and having my microphone and creating my platform and showing up. And is it easy? Of course it's not easy. There are some weeks when I'm like, oh. But when it's done, and it feels absolutely amazing. And I feel greater for it for myself because I've just done something. I'm continuously and continuing to do something that I love. And I'm really grateful for that. And I'm grateful for you guys that just come back every week and enjoy it and listen, and yeah, just keep riding with me. So yeah, is what it is. Okay. Anyway, bye guys.